I ended up renting a second aluminum brake. The first one we rented, I don't think it's working properly. So by having this one, I will find out if it's the brake or me. But I think it's the brake. This one is brand new. It's only been used twice. So if I'm still having issues, I know it's definitely me. So we need to start bending up our aluminum flashing, our drip edge to go between our stone ledger and our siding. And it has decided to rain. We actually just had some thunder and lightning, but I don't know, it looks like it's moving through pretty quickly and the rain might be ending. Gina would be excited about that.
I'm not excited about the rain. I just don't think I was born for this weather.
So the first aluminum brake we rented for a week. So I figured we might as well keep it here. That one has a cutter, so we can cut our long pieces with it. This one we just rented for the day, and it doesn't have a cutter on it. They didn't have a cutter that you could rent with it. So hopefully we can get done what we need to get done today.
I don't think we made much progress yesterday besides figuring out that the brake wasn't working good, and we're pretty sure it's the brake.
All right, we're gonna do our first hem bend on this one. I will already say, the only thing I don't like about the van mark so far is this lever, when it's unlocked, is forward, kind of in your way. So if we just put that flush on both sides, that should give us our 3/4 inch mark. Bam. Bam. Okay. And then up. Bend it all the way over. All right, then we're going to want to pinch our hem bend. Now we have it hemmed, so we got a nice edge and it stiffens up this piece. So now I want to put this in, go 3/4 of an inch. Lock this back in. And then I want to bend this, but I got to figure out how much of a bend I want to go. We'll go a little bit, and then if we have to put it back in to redo it, we will. So we're going to kind of pay attention to where our position of our handle is. So by doing the hem bend, gives you a nice edge and it stiffens up everything. I'm just curious if that is enough, or if we need to go over a bigger angle. So we got a 3/4 inch hem, and then we have a 3/4 inch bend. And I want to have it bent so it's at an angle so it kind of hides everything. And then we can put our siding up, and then we would have it like that. I think that'll look sharp.
That looks nice, I think so.
All right, so I am no professional at this. Bending your own flashing is kind of fun because there's so many different things you can do, but it can also be very time consuming not knowing how to do everything. So I'm gonna just put this back in, and I need to figure out what angle bend this is, and really the only way you know that is the position of this arm. So that's how much you bend it. So to make them all the same, I just got to kind of go off of where I was here. I want to know, if you have an aluminum brake, what brand do you have and why do you like it? Or if you've used one. This seems a little backwards to me on the van mark to push it backwards. I like the Tapco, how you pull it forwards. It just seems more natural. This has got a nice cam locking system. Oh, hold on. Too busy talking, I put it in upside down. At least I caught it. For the hem bend, we gotta go white up. So just by going flush, I know that's 3/4 of an inch, so we don't have to keep making measurements. We just put it in, flush it up. Boom. So with the Tapco, what was happening is it wasn't locking evenly, and I couldn't get it to lock evenly. When I'd go to make the bend, one side would push in and the other side would push out, so we weren't having even bends. And if I kept trying to make adjustments, it just kept going back and forth, and we spent quite a few hours yesterday trying to fix that.
That being said, it's not the Tapco brake, it's just the brake itself. It's been used a lot and maybe not taken care of the way it should have been.
All right, so this we just want to go like that. Boom. That's it. Just like that. All right, we moved this setup inside because it was raining. Now it's not, but we'll stay set up in here. This is our nice little workshop. We can get a bunch of these cut. We'll need 4 of them cut to length. And then we can just go outside and start bending everything and see how it goes. Hoping we have enough in this one roll to do this part. I have one more roll, but we wasted quite a bit yesterday trying to get that other brake working. I want to thank Catalina Crunch for sponsoring today's video. They make this delicious and nutritious snack mix that's awesome to take with you on the go. I love this stuff because it comes in a convenient travel pack. My favorite is the cheddar, but it's kind of hard to say what exactly is my favorite because they're all good, but I'm a cheddar kind of guy. And these things, listen to the crunch. So good. I'm out here right now doing this so the girls won't eat all of this on me. We all have our favorite, but I did just see in our delivery this time, we got a limited edition honey mustard crunch. That sounds good. So I get to try this one without the girls eating it on me first. One of the great things we love about Catalina Crunch is it's gluten-free. I don't know, this might be my new favorite. So good, this is the first time I had the honey mustard one. Man, that is delicious. But they also have traditional, spicy. We really enjoy the spicy one. We don't like a lot of spice, but this one's got just the right amount of heat. Look at all that deliciousness. Oh. Sorry, I got lost there and just looking at how delicious and crunchy this looks. These cashews, so good. Catalina Crunch is a quick and easy snack in the car, at the office, after school, while traveling, while out on the trail, enjoying nature. It's a sure pleaser for adults and kids alike. Squash that afternoon's cravings with something delicious and good for you. So if you guys are snackers like I am, a lot of times I like a crunchy snack, and you're looking for something that tastes delicious but isn't loaded with all the cruddy ingredients, I recommend you trying Catalina Crunch. And if you've tried Catalina Crunch, what is your favorite? They're just all so crunchy and delicious. This one is the creamy ranch. The cheddar one was my favorite until we got the honey mustard. I hope they keep this one around for a while. So good. If I made you hungry, I'm sorry, but it is delicious. If you guys want to try Catalina Crunch, click my link below and use code LUMNAH and you'll get 15% off and free shipping on the Catalina Crunch mix pack. If you want, you can get the variety, or if you have your favorite flavor, you can get a 4-pack of the flavor you love the most. And if you subscribe, you'll get an even bigger discount. Thanks Catalina Crunch for sponsoring today's video. And now I gotta go hide this one because the girls don't know about it. And then we'll share these. So don't tell the girls about the new honey mustard one because I'm not gonna. All right, we'll use this one for cutting since we have it. All right, so that's where we want the cutter to go. I don't remember if it's 1.5 inches or 1.25 inches past that mark for the cutter. We're gonna find out. So 1.5 inches. All right, so we'll go. All right, I will say, I do like the Tapco setup better with that handle, how you pull it forward and it locks it. Pushing it backwards to lock it on the van mark is just very cumbersome. It just doesn't feel natural. This is just easy, where that one's just kind of like clunky. It's a lot slower. So if I had to buy my own, as of right now, I think I'd go with a Tapco. Make sure I got my angle still right. Yeah, I like that. So the hem bend, I like it, but we can't get it squished down enough, and I'm thinking it's to do with, it's not a heavy duty brake. Like this part right here is not rugged enough. So what I'm doing is I'm putting it in this way and then squishing it down some to bend over that hem, because you're supposed to be able to do this. I'm kind of doing both. Go like this, put this piece down here, and
it's too long of a...
Bend this over like this. And it's supposed to give you a nice hem.
Are we sewing now or what?
I know, right? And it does, but it doesn't do it tight all the way. I'll show you. If you do a short piece, you can squish it really nice. See how tight that is? When you do a longer piece, you can't. So I'm just thinking it's the brake, and this isn't like a big enough cast to really squish it. But it does a good hem, it's just not as tight as I would like. But the hem gives it a nice edge, and then it makes it stronger, so if the wind catches it, it's not just gonna bend in half either. When we were designing our driveway and a lot of the layout here, we wanted to make sure we could get 18-wheelers in here, and seeing the log truck being able to back up in the driveway is perfect, so we know an 18-wheeler can get in without a problem. When we put the culvert in, we made sure we went, I almost want to say 60 feet, but I don't remember if it was that wide or not, but we know it works now. So I was looking into buying an aluminum brake before I rented, and I'm glad I rented first, just because now I know if I ever did buy an aluminum brake, I'd want to get the next brake up from this one. I think this is the Mark II, and that's the Tapco like entry level. Just, I don't think they have the arm I don't think is thick enough to do like the nice hems and stuff.
I should not even say anything because now the rain is back and it's chilly. We're pretty good at picking our projects for the weather. We just never know what the weather's gonna be. So we're gonna just tough through it.
Someday, maybe we'll have like a nice big 75-foot shop that we can do all this stuff in. And you won't have to be out in the weather.
Yeah.
That'll be my sales pitch to you when I want to build one. Just think, in the wintertime, you won't have to be outside working with me. We'll have indoor projects.
Yeah, we're not complaining, just explaining.
Just explaining the weather.
Just explaining.
We want you to feel like you're here with us. We got to let you know what the weather conditions are like. So we're just explaining it all. We don't want you to miss out on anything. So we've been doing a couple of 6-foot long pieces and doing a hem bend this way. It gets it a little bit better. So I think the issue is this part isn't rugged enough to do like 8 and 10-foot sections. We're getting a pretty decent crimp down there. But if I do the same thing on an 8-foot piece, it wasn't coming out that good. And then this end's not completely closed either. Bam. That should do it. We've changed the angle up, so I'm just rebending the first 2 or 3 that we originally did so that all of these bends have the same angle on them. Ooh. All right, we have some of the waste pieces from yesterday. We are going to cut them down and rebend them for today.
Last one.
Last one. Now we just need our plywood on the walls to dry out. We're going to start putting up the flashing on the back side of the house so we can get everything figured out before we're on the pot we're going to be seeing all the time. So we have a bunch of liquid flashing from Zip. I'm thinking if we run a nice bead here and then set our metal flashing on top of that. That'll just help kind of hold everything in place. But first I want to get our corner made and test fit and try it out before we go too crazy putting the caulking down. All right, so there's a right way and a wrong way to make your corners so they look finished. We're over here trying to make sure we got it correct. I believe we do. I'm gonna go like this and this. I'll make it a little bit more precise on the real piece, but that'll give us a nice corner and you won't be able to get any water in there. So we're gonna get this piece tacked up. All right, we'll leave that like that for the next piece we'll put over and then nail it. I want to get this flashing up now, so if we get any rain or anything that splashes, it's going to hit this and divert before we get the siding up. We'll be keeping all of the water shedding off and not getting behind.
Let me be honest with you, I just thought we were just going to put these up. I didn't realize we had to make special corners and all this stuff, so I probably should know this stuff, but I'm paying attention, observing. It's not just as simple as just putting it up.
Well, you can just put it up, but it won't look nice
Yeah.
if you don't do all the nice corners and everything.
Right, and it's kind of gonna, like you said, because the water could seep down and everything.
Right.
So, learn something new every day.
How do you like the corner? Almost perfect. I'm happy with it.
Pretty good. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
I would have just stuck the two pieces together and
It wouldn't have looked as pretty though.
it wouldn't have.
All right. So we don't have another corner back here. We only have 2 more corners to do today, because this back corner on this side we won't get to because it's not sided. So we just gotta do 2 front ones. Back up. I pinched that and closed a little bit more, and then I'll come in here and I'll pry this hem bend open a little bit. That's gonna look so sharp with the siding. This one's gonna go over this end, because if you want to have it, if you're looking down it,
Okay.
you don't see it. All right, I want to hand seam my ends and just get them a little bit tighter, because on this one, the next piece is going to overlap. So if I can get these pinched tighter, it'll give a better look. That sun feels good. Go like this and then like that. There. Now it's nice, straight, clean cut. And if I would have done that with tin snips, it would not have looked that nice at all.
I got the real tool now.
Right. The one area that
You think it'll work?
the snow and ice didn't come off of is right here and over here. So Gina's got her professional heat gun. And we're gonna try to melt that off.
It doesn't blow dry my hair that fast, so you think it's gonna work?
Oh, we gotta find out.
Okay, ready?
Go for it. Tell me this isn't gonna look good. Bam.
It's gonna look awesome.
That's gonna look sharp.
Oh, look at how it brings out the rock.
Yeah, I like the black kind of, I don't know. It's like a nice little shadow line.
Yeah, and it's gonna look good with the black
Yeah, it ties into the windows.
in the trim.
Right, you'll have the black trim. Yep, that's gonna look real sharp.
Definitely pulls out the rock color.
Bam. Just like that, I like it. It looks a little, right now, because you can see everything, but once the siding's covering that, that's gonna give a nice little shadow edge. All right, this part right here is most definitely overkill, but I'm gonna run zip tape all along the top of this because it's supposed to be getting some nasty weather coming in, so we're not gonna get a chance to put the siding on as quickly as I would like. The plan was to start siding next, but we have to jump into an indoor project, so I wanna make sure that this is sealed up nicely and no water can get behind this. So all these little details take a lot of time and slow down the whole process, but it's gonna make the house look so nice once it's all done. It's just those little accents will make it pop. I think having that black little shadow line right here is gonna make a huge difference for looks, but also for longevity, because if water ever gets behind, it's gonna come out and save it, or just make it shed away from the house. So that's what we want, and it's just gonna be good. It's just a little slower, but overall, it's gonna be worth it because we're gonna be looking at this house for a long time.